So today we have Carlos here. He's our first guest because we're gonna have maybe three, four videos on this. The topic is philosophy, what is morality, and it's about stoicism as well. So what do you think morality is? What is it? What does it mean to have good morals?
So, in my opinion, morality depends mainly depends on how you were fuck
Race?
yeah how you were raised,
Mm-hmm.
and like I think every different country has a different sense of morality.
Yeah, I actually feel that
Yeah,
Eastern countries,
yeah,
like Asia and
yeah,
China, have, I guess, more a strong culture, so they have a stronger morality in itself, like
yeah.
what's
Because
good or bad.
in some countries you can do things that in others you can't.
Mhm. I feel that can also be because of their government or their
Yeah.
religion. For example,
Also,
like
I think
Islam.
school has a saying that because like people are taught different things in school, obviously.
Yeah,
So
because there's a bunch of cultures in the schools now.
yeah,
Mainly in the United States, since like, everyone's together, everyone comes here. So there's a bunch of different cultures mixed up. So there's different types of views, which is different types of morality. So I mean, for example, what do you think? How those morality has changed during the past 100 years, 200 years, whatever?
I
Do
think
you think
that
there's more morality now?
people had more morality, less morality back then.
Why? Because I feel people had more morality back then.
Yeah,
Because for example, back then they were traditional. The the family was together. There was no like 6 hour school
exactly.
separating the kids from the family. There wasn't and marriage, for example, is also a good like thing. Back then, marriage was normal, I guess. The family, the man and the woman would unite together to have children, have a good family. Now it's more like a business thing, like,
Yeah,
oh, what do you have to offer me, and what do I have to give you?
but I think that morality is not only that because like for example back then you could slap a woman in the face and like that was not right.
Like
But
normal,
like
okay,
yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah. So
Well,
like
okay, so there was maybe, cause okay, so I do get it. So what
so
I
you could
feel
do
that.
more wrong things and have less consequences, but now you can do.
Well,
For
yeah, but.
example, if you insult someone in the street, you can go to jail.
Mm.
Before, like it was more normal.
Well,
And we're talking about like 200 years ago. So,
Well, yeah, a long time ago, people would obviously, hit their wives, be
yeah,
like that. But I also feel that people had a sense of, but a stronger sense of what was good and bad. Obviously, people knew that
yeah,
hitting
their
women was
definition
bad.
of bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people knew that hitting women was bad, and it always been obviously hitting anyone was bad. The only way that it was accepted to hit or like damage someone physically was during the wars, like during Alexander the Great, or all these people who would fight for their land, and they would fight for their land to be able to support their families, to have a bigger space. For example, the Mongols, their empire was the biggest empire in the world, or maybe the second ones, but they had a really big empire, and their society was based on what people are able to do. So there was no racism. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Racism didn't wasn't a thing.
But they
So
definitely didn't do it in a right way. They killed people.
what? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, but they didn't kill their own people. You know what I mean? Because obviously,
so
because you
they
gotta see things.
definitely had a different sense of morality. Like I said,
Yeah.
depending on the culture.
Okay.
So morality is it doesn't have like a definition. Every different people have.
So,
Different
okay. Oh yeah,
definitions.
different definitions. Okay. Because obviously you can say, for example, that let's say I'm all powerful and stuff, and I'm a country, I'm taking over everything. For my enemies, I'm gonna be a nightmare. I'm gonna be the worst. But for my people, I'm gonna be a savior.
Yeah.
Someone who's good, who's doing good for their people. You know
So,
what I mean?
in your enemy sense of morality,
You're
morality is
you're like cruel
yeah,
and stuff.
exactly,
Yeah. Okay, but
exactly, just like soldiers. So
mhm.
when uh, when soldiers go to fight, our people, let's say,
Yeah.
yeah, our people see them as good.
Yeah.
So I think like
But-
soldiers have good morality, but for other people they don't.
Yeah.
Like they
For
go
example,
to the
like during
Middle
World War
East.
II.
Yeah, they go to the Middle East, and
Yeah.
that they think the soldiers are bad. Because they
During
kill people, and we think that they're not bad because they protect.
our soldiers,
Yeah,
though. I mean,
exactly,
So,
our
so, for example, during World War II, everyone knew the Germans were bad. You know,
Mhm.
us. You
But
know,
for them, it was good.
The United States, the Soviets, all that stuff. They didn't like the Germans, the Nazi Germany, but the German people itself within the country really liked Nazi Germany. One, because of their what's it called, nationalism, so like the pride of their country, right? So they became strong after World War One, which destroyed them at all.
Mhm.
So when someone comes up to you and says, "I'm gonna fix your country, I'm gonna give you jobs, I'm gonna make the economy better for us,"
Yeah.
you're gonna follow that person.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel a lot of people fell under Hitler. They were trying to, oh yes, you gotta save us, stuff like that.
Mm.
And so at the beginning of the war, or even before the war, they obviously liked him because he had most of the votes because he got in power because of votes.
Even for us, that would sound good. Like
Yeah.
if a leader came
Yeah.
and did all the
let's say
things
the
that
country
Hitler
was
did.
bad. Yeah, let's say the country was like all destroyed, and if someone comes to us and says, "Yeah, we're gonna save this country together, you and all your families, all the people in the country, you are gonna follow him.
Yeah.
No matter what, you're probably gonna follow him because that's what you want
Mhm.
as a citizen of the country." So obviously, for example, the Germans were the worst for us,
Yeah.
but for the average, I guess, Aryan citizen of the Nazi Germany, to a certain degree,
Yeah.
they see themselves as maybe better people.
Superior.
Yeah, well,
But
superior.
they did.
Superior was mainly like the actual Nazi party,
Yeah.
but the citizens, like the normal people in the I guess in the country, they saw that the country was getting better because the country was getting better. The economy went up, everything was going good before World War II because of Hitler and how he gave jobs to people and stuff. But obviously,
So
we all
Hitler
know it was
had
bad.
Hitler had a role in changing their opinion in morality.
Yeah, I guess.
Because like.
Because
Mhm.
it's the fact that people were able to accept him. Obviously, at first they didn't know what he was doing, the killing of the Jews and stuff like that. But at the end they followed him, so it was like, huh, I mean, it's kind of bad in a way. At the end of the war, they were shown what he actually did, and they started disliking him. You know what I mean? Because they killed a bunch of people that were innocent. But during the time that he was like, I guess, making the country better,
He was doing good things
he
for
was
his people.
for his people.
Yeah, it's
Same
like
thing,
kind
yeah.
of like a narcissistic,
In a way.
but not
Like
for his
only
own.
mine people,
Yeah,
you know?
not for his. Yeah, kind of for his own, but like
For his own
he's
kind.
not for himself, like for everyone.
For the country,
Yeah.
for his own country. That's how I see like the Mongols. So Genghis Khan was the leader of the Mongols,
Mhm.
right? During, well, I don't remember the dates, but during his, I
his
guess,
conquest.
yeah, his conquest, he
all
conquered
over
most of
Asia.
he conquered most of like the known world at that time. And what happened was, he killed, I think it was, well, a certain percentage of the human population.
Mhm.
I think it was exactly 40 million people killed under him by his enemies, like not his people. You know what I mean? So how he would do it is, as he conquers countries, he would take in the citizens, like not the soldiers, the citizens, under him, so they would like have, I guess, like a new society. They would be a new country together. That's why he had to allow freedom of religion. So you can say like Genghis Khan was all bad. You know, he killed people, and yes, he did to his enemies again. Because you look, if you have enemies and they're trying to destroy you, what are you gonna do?
Like
let them destroy you?
just because of morality,
Like
you gotta do something.
yeah, you can't let them destroy you. You gotta fight back. And that was what he did. What happened? How it started was he was actually was living like in I guess like in a tribe. Like it's more tribe. Like it wasn't even that big, and then he became this massive empire simply because he wanted to, I guess, be good in the eyes of their of his people. And obviously, to a certain degree, he did. You know, he was good for the people. There was no racism because his society, I guess, was based on what you're able to do. So if you're able to like build bridges, or like you're an architect, or you are able to I don't know, cook or whatever, you are good. You know, you are able to do something. So yeah. So what you do, kind of I guess put a value to you in his society. He also had to allow, like I said, freedom of religion because his empire was so massive. There was so many religions within the empire, so he had to allow it. And it was kind of like the first time that was a thing. So in a way, that it was like the first modern society. You know what I mean? Because it allowed freedom to a certain degree. Obviously, not like today, but there was still, I guess, the touch of the first freedom.
So also, we could argue if he was a psychopath or not because of so much killing. Would he be a psychopath? But not really because he didn't enjoy it. Well, I didn't mean him. I don't know, but he did it for his own people.
Yeah, because
So
obviously
he wouldn't be a psychopath.
yeah,
But
because you know, obviously
had
he
his
wanted
own
to
meaning
conquer.
of morality.
He want okay. Because I feel like Genghis Khan itself, he himself had a strong morality, but the morality that was back then.
Mhm.
Because morality now and back then
Yeah,
are
definitely has changed.
they're different like views. For example, morality now is simply be good to others, um, have I guess good views for the world, everyone. But back then morality was more like we gotta be strong for our people because if we're not strong, we're gonna get conquered by other people and we're gonna get killed. Our people are gonna
It's
die.
either we get conquered or we conquer.
Uh-huh. And so obviously he did. He conquered most of the known world during that time. And he did it for his people, but also obviously once you get to a certain size, to a certain like countries or his empire, people are gonna naturally attack him. Maybe him not starting, but he's gonna get attacked. So same thing was to protect his people. So you can argue the same thing for like every dictator or like king and stuff. Alexander, he conquered a bunch of people for a bunch of land for his people. He had one of the biggest empire too.
Even in modern terms, like
Yeah.
the United States, they go conquer other places, but like because right now we have a different
I guess like
different meaning of morality,
Yeah.
so they don't do it as big
as much,
before,
yeah.
as much.
Because for example, maybe like a few, let's say like 200 years ago, I mean more. The United States was made about like 256 years ago. So during like those times, the country it had only the 13 colonies. They would expand to the west, even there were like the natives there. And obviously they did a lot of stuff to natives, they did bad to them. But they felt like the right to be able to conquer that land. It was I think it was called Manifest Destiny. It basically means like to have the right to be able to spread around the land. And so it wasn't only I guess the people of the colonies, but also the citizens. They themselves wanted that land. So it's not only about like all the weight is not about in the hands of the 13 colonies or the people that were like tall back then. So you can say that, yeah. There's also all right. So like let's say for example you get conquered or like I don't know whatever China Russia comes here. Um,
Obviously, I would do something. And my
Mhm.
morality in that time goes away. Like, it's
okay.
bad morality.
Uh,
But I do what I have to do.
so no, but then I wouldn't say that is bad morality. I would say that is.
I mean, in general, it's bad because in general, killing
I
is
mean, you're
bad.
killing people.
Everyone
Yeah.
knows that killing is bad.
Well,
in
yeah,
general.
but like there's exceptions, and that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So, for example, during times of war, if you're gonna get attacked, you're gonna attack back, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's one of the exceptions of when I guess attacking or killing people itself would be quote unquote correct for your people or for you yourself, because if someone's gonna, let's say, like like a one on one, and then someone comes to your life, you gotta try to protect yourself,
Yeah.
even if it means to take the other people's lives. So I would say that's not morally incorrect, but I would say is the best
The best
moral
solution.
thing to do. Yeah, like because again, you're not gonna let yourself just get killed simply because someone decides to,
Yeah,
to kill
simply
you.
because you have
Yeah.
morality.
Hmm.
But obviously, some people are at that point like have so much morality that they wouldn't do something.
Yeah, so like like
To-
like pastors or like people like up from the church, they're not meant to do that.
Yeah, because
And like even from the church,
Mhm.
but back then, like in the what's it called, the well, when like the people from the church would fight, with like the helmets and stuff, the
Yeah.
swords, they would fight for their religion to be able to protect their religion. So how does
and
that
for
work?
them, they
How,
were heroes.
no, well, yeah, but how does that work? Because obviously,
And for them,
Jesus
they
doesn't-
would go to heaven. And,
Yeah.
and
I heard
obviously,
that too,
killing is
yeah.
bad, and if you kill, you won't.
yeah,
go
I
to
heard
heaven.
like the like pastors stuff. They would like tell them that if you die in battle to protect their religion, it would be fine. They would like I guess get a pass to go to heaven. But then I would say sometimes it's even okay to kill people when it comes to again protecting yourself and your people. If you're just gonna attack because attack, that is bad, in a way. There's obviously reasons like for example natural resources, you need all that food or whatever. You sometimes it's fine because it's simply a survival of the fittest.
Mhm.
Whoever fits the best in this category will most likely survive. So but let's say for example, what do you think of people that would kind of like feel, for example, if you get invaded again, let's say you just instead of feeling pain and stuff, you kind of just think of the best move. You just stay stoic. You don't wanna cry about it because it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna do anything. So, what do you think of that people? Like, are they like, do they have strong will, or are they just like weak because they're not showing their emotions, or what are they? So, what do you think of that
I
people?
think that's just like a survival instinct. Like,
Mm.
why would I cry if that wouldn't do anything in this situation?
Well, yeah, but like, let's say if someone close to you, or like your dog, or someone close to you dies, you are gonna feel like you wanna cry, right?
Mhm.
Or like you're gonna
It
feel
depends on the
emotion.
people
Yeah.
if they cry or not.
Mm-hmm.
But because now,
I feel like crying doesn't mean you're not stoic. It means that you're. So my definition of stoicism is, I guess, from what I see, is being able to control your emotions, not only to shut them down, but to be able to know, I guess, when to show those emotions and when it's good not to. You know what I mean? Or when does it benefit you? So, for example, again, let's say your dog dies, you are gonna feel sad yourself. You're gonna feel sad. It's not gonna do anything because it's not gonna bring it back or anything. So what would you do during that time? Like, let's say you had a dog and it dies. What do you think you would do? Like what would you like to move?
definitely I would be sad because I'm still human. I'm
Yeah.
not like a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like you cannot delete all
You
your emotions, or you will be like
Oh,
like
unless
you
you're
said
like
before,
born without
Jeff
them,
Dahmer.
Yeah, like if you're she's born without, I guess, that sense of like emotion. You can do horrible things and not regret them. I feel that stoicism is good because it control, because it makes you strong willed. So you like, again, hardship will happen and stuff. But if you stay strong and stoic and keep moving forward, it's gonna be good for you. You know what I mean? Because I feel like weak people, being weak is dangerous. You know what I mean? Because weak people are the ones that are cause problems,
Yeah.
like societal problems. You know, like shootings and stuff. Those people are weak. They have a weak
Yeah.
will. You know, a weak mind. So,
So we can say
So I feel like
they're
it's-
not stoic.
yeah, exactly. It's because they're not able to control their emotion. Because let's say, for example, anyone can feel like, do this or like kill, for
And
revenge
even-
or whatever.
And
you know?
even everyone has a different way
Yeah.
of expressing itself, because sometimes even too much, like to retain all of your emotions. So some
It's
people
bad
get
too,
it off
yeah.
at the gym,
Yeah.
or even drawing, doing some hobby.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
like use it as motivation.
Yeah, exactly.
So like maybe know when to take those emotions out
Mhm.
and do it physically. For example, to get fit. Or,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That was a good, I guess, a good view that someone can have. So I feel the stoicism itself, being able to control your emotions whenever you want to or whenever you want to show them, it's a good thing for the human world. For the human being to be able to do that. So I mean, is there anything that you want to ask me? Yeah,
Not in person.
So so all your points were clear. You felt like we kind of had the same views on most stuff. I feel personally that back to morality, I feel that back then, again, there was a bit more morality than now because I see people, and I would say it was mainly because of the media, the internet, all this stuff. It made people bad, you know what I mean? The internet, all that type of stuff, it's you bad.
It influenced a lot.
So yeah, I would say that's kind of
So
like the
now,
main problem right now. We gotta
not being
fight.
stoic, it's not as it's it wouldn't it's,
It's-
not
it's-
as bad as
it's kinda
before.
like fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
like
But
we're in
still
peace
do-
right now. So why would I not cry if I can cry?
Because,
But before-
because you never know when
Before,
it can
if you
happen.
cry, you get conquered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
and
like,
now nothing happens.
if
Like
you become
you're
weaker.
sad. People.
and I feel that's why people became so comfortable. So now when something really bad happens, they don't know what to do. So I feel that's why stoicism or like being strong, both physically and mentally, it should be something that everyone should aspire to be. Because you never know when something bad may happen. So I feel that's it. Thank you for coming. And it's gonna be the first episode. Hopefully, maybe in the future, I'll have you another time. All right. So, say bye now. Bye.